This ain't your crap boss ham radio. Grab your rig, hit the trail, mind set on fire. Bugs on the air, activating the wire. Summits on the air, hot spring seeking. Portable power, no shack, just me and you. Experiment wild, break the old rules. Contesting pileups, we're running the fools. No age limit, here it's a state of mind. Kids table rebels leave a boring behind. Heavy signals crashing down. CQ, own the town. Border soda contest war. Ham radio kids table forevermore. People bait, waves in the fight. This is our revolution, turn it up tonight. Kids table, kids table, hell yeah. Not your grandpas, we're the future on the air. Kids table, out.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Ham Radio Kids Table. It is another Wednesday night, and we have gathered around the table to, well, do what we like to do, and that's talk about a whole lot of something and not much of anything. But hey, tonight we have Mike with us, Whiskey 5 Romeo Echo Zulu, and you guys are probably familiar with REZ Antenna Systems, and Mike is the man, the myth, and the legend behind that brand, and we wanted to get him on here. I have met Mike several times at various ham fests, and I've always been interested in his products. And actually, I think I've done a review on it was the Ranger 80, I believe. And he's got some new stuff that has come out, and he also had a special antenna, special edition antenna that they were promoting at the show that was going to benefit charity. And I thought maybe this would be a good opportunity to talk about that too. But not only that, but find out a little bit more about the company, what it takes to build these, and more so about you. And what we were talking off before the stream, I just assume, based on everything that I've seen, the photos, the build process and stuff like this, that you had a manufacturing background, but it turns out that you're actually in the video production background or arena. So, yeah. So you learn new stuff every day, I guess.
Yeah. So that's where I started my career, and that's what I'm still doing full time is video production, and done everything from feature films to in-house video production. So the ham radio thing kind of was something that I got interested in like about 2020, 2021. Mm-hmm. I got re-interested in it. In high school, I was introduced to it. My high school had a club, and we had that as part of our electronics curriculum in our tech ed class. But I had some experience with it there, but I never got licensed, and other interests took hold. And it's a funny story. The way I got reintroduced to it was I had a guy come out and give me a price on a new roof, and he had ham antennas on his truck, and I said, "Man, are those ham antennas?" And yeah, so he showed me his radios and stuff, and I said, "You really should get licensed." And so, did that, got licensed, and he actually helps me assemble a lot of these antennas. So it's kind of a cool story there.
Awesome. Well, good deal. Real quick, I'd like to introduce. We got some. I'm not going to say a new face. He hasn't been here for a while, busy with life, but got Dane at the table tonight, the Portable Am. Dane, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Just working life and kids, man. You know how the normal message goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mike, the traveling ham, is with us.
Hello. Still recovering from hamvention. It's been a long road to recovery.
Yeah. And you were saying that not only did you drive all the way to hamvention from Kansas, And when you drove back, then you turned around and went about the same distance, the opposite direction.
We had a graduation just about 45 minutes north of Denver, Colorado, that we had to attend. And smartly, I decided to acquire a respiratory bug on my way. So while I was catching something, we were going uphill 5,000 feet. It's a combination I don't recommend. But I'm just to the point tonight. I feel like I can talk for a while without going into a huge coughing fit.
As I start to cough.
Like that. Yeah.
Well, mine was coffee induced there. And Jeff, how are you doing? And you Sunday night, you sounded like you were a little under the weather too.
Yeah. Was it when I got back? It got warm here in Delaware, and for like first 2 or 3 days, it was like in the 80s and 90s, and then like Thursday, it just dropped down like a brick to 60. And when the weather changes that dramatically, that's when I get sick. And it was a pain, the fact that I kept on waking up multiple times during the night, coughing and having like sore throat, and couldn't go back to sleep. And my voice was going out. Like I was like talking like this sometimes, and I noticed it when it happened. And Sunday night, I was getting better, but I still felt like garbage.
Yeah,
I still feel like garbage, but at least last night I actually had like the first night decent sleep in like 4 or 5 days.
Good deal. So Brick House, Chris, he did get that. And if you go and subscribe to Mike's channel and become a member, you can get early access to that video right now.
Otherwise, it'll drop on Tuesday.
Yeah. But and Frank, are you there?
I don't know. Am I here?
I don't know. Your face isn't on the screen, which is, a relief for most of us. And
Well,
I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? Frank, I am sorry. I didn't.
That's okay. Jody beat you by like 5 minutes, 6 minutes here. He said, "Let's boot Frank from the stream early this time and get it out of the way." So yeah.
Are you just self-booting?
Frank got booted.
Oh. Okay. How you doing, Frank?
Frank got booted. Frank's not here. Frank's not here, man.
It's our own version that kicked the baby.
Yeah, Ellie.
And where's Dave?
Oh man.
Kick the baby and where's Dave? Thank you, Frank.
You're welcome. No, tonight's about Mike, so ignore me. I'm the empty square above Jeff.
Well, we do usually ignore you, Frank. So I what's new? So, Mike.
Yes.
Thanks, buddy.
Good.
So
how are you?
Doing good. So you kind of mentioned how you found your way back into, or I guess into amateur radio.
Yeah.
And you had had a bit of a exposure to it when you were in high school. I think a lot of us probably had something like that. I know I did a lot with CB radios and stuff, but I also had we had a radio station at my school, so I had studied through there. Never went on the air with the radio station. We moved, and the community that we moved to did not have a high school radio station, so I didn't continue it. But I did have to go through at the time and get a third-class radio telephone operator's license to be able to operate the board. So that was part of the technical side of the radio business before you could actually go on air.
Cool. Yeah, I know our school had a really good tech ed program, and unfortunately, I don't think they have it anymore. It's one of those things, and I know they definitely don't have the station up there anymore. So that's too bad. I wish more people could get exposed to it like that in that setting, because it was very cool. I still remember firing that thing up and hearing some stations over in Asia, and that was like, I was like, whoa, this is really cool. And yeah, kind of like you, I had a CB radio at the house and messed around with that. And actually, the very first antenna I ever built was a dipole for 11 meters. So
Oh wow!
I hung it up in my attic, and I didn't know what I was doing at all. And I'm pretty sure I used 75 ohm coax on it, and didn't have any way to measure it or anything, so it just didn't work. And I was like, whatever, I'm done with this stuff. And so
it is definitely a learning hobby.
yeah.
Per se, and it sounds like you took that original let's mess around with building our first antenna to a successful antenna manufacturer company.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about the whole, I guess, genesis to this thing was that I'd gotten interested in parks on the air after I got licensed. And we have an RV, so we travel around in that. And it's like, this is a perfect companion hobby to our RVing. And I started putting together a kit and was looking for different antennas and decided that I wanted a coil loaded antenna, just something compact, small. And I looked around on the market and I just didn't really find exactly what I wanted. And so then I said, well, you know what? I know a guy that's got a machine shop. I'm going to, draw something up, and I'm going to see if he can make me something for my kit.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of along the way, one of my friends does CAD for oil and gas. And I said, could you draw this up for me and like make a legit drawing so I can send it to this guy and get it made? So he helped me do that. And this is the Ranger 80 that we're talking about. And I got one made, and I showed it to a friend of mine, and he was like, oh man, I've never seen that before. Where'd you buy it? And I was like, no, I had it made for me, And he's like, really? So he's like, can I get one? And I was like, well, let me see. And then it just kind of started spiraling out of control from there.
Wow.
And along the way, I was like, okay, I'm going to start selling these. I'm going to make, like 10 or 15 of these a year and just kind of sell them and maybe have some little extra fun money. And then the snowball just kept getting bigger. So
was the original business plan to sell them out of the trunk of your car, or were you got to wear like a trench coat and have them hanging?
No, I mean,
walk around the Hamfest and open up.
No, the original plan was just, I'm going to have my website. People can buy it from there, and I'll just make a few, and then they'll be available when they're available, that kind of thing. And I don't know. I started doing it, and I got this big response from it. And so I was kind of curious, to see what some of the other hams in the YouTube community thought about it. So I got a couple guys to review it, and then it took off. And I ordered, I think the first round, I ordered like 10 of them to get made. And then I went to the Houston Ham Fest. That was the first Ham Fest I went to, like probably 3 or 4 days after I really launched this thing, my website and everything. And I think I sold like 10 or 12 at that show, just direct like that. And then I had like another 20 something orders on the website. So I was calling up the machine shop to make more parts, and then it just never stopped. And next thing you know, I was like, oh, this might turn into a pretty good, thing. And I was getting all these orders piled up, and I'm like, man, I'm having a hard time shipping this stuff, So I said, I'm just going to send an email to DX Engineering and see like if they'd want to carry some of these. And sent an email, and about 10 minutes later, I got a reply.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, when can you meet with us? We definitely want your products. So
yes,
did that, got in with them, and they placed a big order. And, since then it's just been rolling. So it's been really good.
That is awesome. I got an opportunity to meet Tim at Hamvention, And I mentioned to him that I really appreciate the fact how they have embraced the small manufacturers and being pretty aggressive at getting them on board to where it helps them. And obviously having that distribution chain for you makes this a lot easier and alleviates a lot of that headache for you. And I think that could be a difference maker, maybe not necessarily a make or break, but definitely a difference maker in the commercial success of some of the mom and pop or smaller manufacturers in the amateur radio space.
Oh yeah. Having a partner like them, and they really do treat me like a partnership. It's really nice. We're always talking to each other and throwing ideas around, and they'll just give me insight and advice and stuff. So it's really nice to have somebody like that in your corner helping you out, and they do the same with all of their small manufacturers, which is really cool. And just having distribution like that, yeah, it's a big deal. Just being able to focus on building these things and designing new products versus chasing, a bunch of orders out the door, so it's, it is really nice. And I would encourage other small manufacturers to not be afraid to reach out because it's a very friendly environment.
Hold on. Breaking news in chat. And Tim, you're not going to do it because I'm not on screen. But Tank Radio is in chat. Hi, Frank.
Yep. Frank, good evening. I mean, it's great that, like I said, I really appreciate the fact that they are embracing smaller, and actually not just smaller, because Callum with DX Commander is using them for the U.S. distribution, and from what I can tell, that has been a great partnership for him. Now they were joking last night on the Clubhouse that they were trying to figure out if they should buy it directly from they were going to buy an antenna to give away, and if they should do it through DX Engineering or directly from Callum. And I think somebody said that Callum would have it there faster, but and I don't know if anybody's ever gotten a DX Commander and had it sent from the UK. I mean, it is quick,
stupid fast.
Yeah, them and when I bought a ZBit X, they literally, I got the message that it was shipping on a Wednesday and it was at my doorstep Thursday. I mean, it was from India. It was that quick. I was like, wow. So I mean, probably using DHL, but good stuff. So it's the Ranger 80. So I know you mentioned a few YouTubers. So I think Michael was it KB9 VBR?
Yep.
Is one that I see that reviews a lot of the antennas, and I really like Mike's reviews because as an antenna builder himself, and I'm sure if a lot of people like myself, my first UHF VHF antenna for home was one of his J-poles. So I think a well respected person in the community that's been around for a long time. So
yeah, there's been a bunch of stuff out there, all over YouTube. So if people are interested, they can just search it there on YouTube. But since the Ranger, we've come out with a bunch of new stuff. The Recon 40, the Scout, the X-Form impedance matching system for the Scout, and then we have our special edition antenna that you had mentioned earlier for America's 250th birthday.
Yes,
which is a really cool project. what we're going to do with that is we've made 5 of these commemorative Recon 40s, and we're going to auction them off and donate 30% of the proceeds to the DAR, which is the Daughters of the American Revolution. And they do a lot of really nice work with history preservation, but also our veterans. So just felt like we should do something for this this big celebration that we're about to have, and thought, yeah, be nice to also give back some of the money. So that's what we're doing with that. And I've got one here. This is one of the units here. It's got the there we go. It's got the founder's signature on there, and little artwork there. So these will be individually auctioned off. I'm gonna do probably an eBay auction on those here second week of June. So if people want to find out more about that, they can go to rezantenna.com/founders, and there's a bunch more pictures and information, and also an email list to sign up for there to be notified about the auctions.
And I have been dropping links in chat. Real quick, though,
Yeah.
Pepe, welcome to the Magloop Club. And then Pat, KR4BSN, sent 1 gift membership, and WM9H got that. Tim,
Awesome.
you're not highlighting these. Why?
I am doing 7 things right now.
Okay, well, I'm invisibly highlighting them for you. I see Aaron in chat, and Aaron, I am the link dropper of things. So yes, except for when Jeff picks it up for me. Thank you, Jeff. And of course, Tim too.
He's been outed. I don't know what that means, but
that he became a member of the Magloop Club.
Oh, there we go.
And then, yeah, Pat gave 1 membership to WM9H. So there we go. And Kilt Bill just thrived in chat.
Pepe also became a new member. Or is that what you were talking about then?
I was talking about that, and then Pat gifted a membership to WM9H. And then Aaron's in chat, and Bill just dropped into the chat. And Cyber Radio with the 1999 super chat for the Booze Fund.
All right. Awesome. Speaking of that Cyber Radio, that is Rory. And Mike, you met Rory out there at Hamvention.
Yep.
Started to say Hamcation again, but you initially met him out there.
Yep.
And you guys got an opportunity to hang out and everything. I'm actually going to be out there in his backyard Saturday morning, so we're going to meet up and do some POTUS. So get myself my call sign in your ham alert. Also get Rory's call sign. So Rory, if you don't mind, throw your call sign in the chat there.
While we wait for that, WM9H hammed it forward and sent a 1 gift membership as well. And James KI5OAB got it.
Awesome. Oh, there we go. I should go over to the starred chat thing.
Rory's dangerous to hang out with. I think he actually bought more gear at Hamvention than I actually own total.
He's been putting the videos out on him.
Yeah.
All that. So, and he sent me a picture. I guess he had built the Pebble HF radio, which was
Mike and Becky's.
Yes, Mike and Becky's, and we had them on here just about a month ago. And Jody, thank you for the $12 Canadian.
On behalf of Hamnesiacs everywhere, absolutely, Jody.
There we go. And Roy says that we'll probably end up testing the REZ antenna. So he purchased the REZ antenna, I believe, at the show. So awesome! Yep. I'm looking forward.
Thanks.
I
appreciate it.
And doing that. So, so you got the Recon 4.2 Founders Edition, and you had the George Washington with you at the show, and I'd done a video on that, just a brief a quick hit on that. And you had talked about it, essentially what you said here. But that's actually a regular antenna. That's a special edition that you made for this. But that is a regular antenna that you guys sell currently. Is that correct?
Yeah, the Recon 42 is a regular stocked antenna.
Okay.
This one is just a special one. And we're only going to make 5, so that's going to be it. So we're hoping that we can donate some decent money with that. But other than that, it's just a fun project.
So out of curiosity, and you had mentioned that possibly through eBay, are you going to individually auction them off? So if somebody wanted a Hamilton versus a Washington, or a Washington instead of a Hamilton, they can bid specifically on a particular.
Yes, yeah, they'll be listed individually, and it'll be obvious which one you're bidding on in the description and everything. So yeah, and then it comes with a little display box and a certificate of authenticity and stuff like that. So I'm thinking most people are probably just going to put these in their ham shack, but you could use it because it is a functional antenna.
It's really functional one, yeah.
Though I would, if I had one, I wouldn't use it, but that's just me.
I don't. Some people believe if I'm going to buy it, I'm going to use it.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. You know, it's yours to do with what you want.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the Recon 40. So that's your current antenna, right? The one that has the X form. Or is that something different? Did I miss?
Yeah, that's the Scout.
The Scout. Okay, the Scout. I'm sorry.
And that's kind of like our Swiss Army knife antenna that you can kind of just configure it however you want.
Okay.
There's tons and tons of options: verticals, dipoles, non-resonant, resonant antennas that you can do with that. And I won't go down the whole list, but check that out. There's a lot of videos out there about it, and of course the website. But the Recon 40 is a purpose-built vertical that is a base-loaded vertical on 40 meters, and then we have a switch integrated into the antenna body, and you can bypass the coil with the switch and then feed your telescopic 17-foot whip and then just run it as a vertical quarter wave. And what's really kind of cool about it is with the switch, you know, a lot of people are running 20 and 40 meters for POTA, and you can switch between those bands with the flip of that switch. So it's kind of a neat thing. And I don't know if I really intended that off the bat with the design, but it just worked out to be kind of a neat thing. And yeah, the switch was an intentional move, but I didn't really think about that utility of switching between the most two popular POTA bands until somebody kind of brought it up to me, and I was like, oh wow, yeah, I didn't think about that. I just wanted to get the coil in and out, you know. So
Happy accident.
yeah. But yeah, you know, talking about design with the antennas, everything that I've done so far and will continue to do is kind of derived from sort of a personal experience with a piece of equipment and wishing it did this or that, or trying to solve a problem, you know, collecting feedback from people out in the field, making stuff that people are telling me they want. Like a really good example is our 17-foot compact whip. I got emails and, you know, messages on the website and people saying, hey, I like your 17-foot whip, but it doesn't fit in my backpack, or it doesn't fit in my suitcase. I want to take it here and there. And, you know, I'm working around that, but it'd be nice if something would fit. And so I was like, well, let's make something that fits. So we made a 17-foot whip that collapses down to 17 and a half inches. So
Nice.
something just like that, you know, it's like, it seems obvious, but it wasn't until somebody mentioned it. And I'm like, yeah, because I didn't really travel much with ham gear up until a couple years ago. So I wasn't feeling that pain that some people were. And so, you know, I'm just always kind of looking out for ways to improve things and iterate even on our current products.
Well, that is awesome. So with the Recon 42, then, so 40 meters would be the lowest end with
Right.
the coil fully engaged. So how high can you?
Yeah, you can run it up to 10 meters.
Okay, 10 meters.
Yeah. So yeah, it's 40 through 10. I mean, I guess you could do 6 on it because the whip will get short enough, but without elevating it, it's not going to be a very good performer, I think. So I don't really mention that.
Mhm.
But you could do it. But yeah, it's really intended to be an HF antenna.
Okay. Do you so you do 11 meters too, right? I actually so I reviewed an antenna the other day, and it said it was a 10 band antenna. And when I was digging through the literature, looking at it, 11 meters was one of the antennas that they had cited as one of the 10 bands. And I thought that was a little funny, but there again, you know, if on a world market, who knows? Maybe they can use 11 meters somewhere else. Yeah, interesting. So what was the other antenna that you mentioned? The X series, which is the more of the Swiss Army?
Yeah. So we have the Scout, which is
Scout. Okay.
by itself, it's a regular straight through feed point, which you can do verticals with and dipoles. And what we did was we designed a transformer that could screw onto the top of the feed point and be a modular piece that we could then put a 4-to-1 in line. We're going to come out with a 9-to-1 and also 5-to-1. So you can kind of mix and match parts and delta loops and dipoles and off-center fed dipoles and random wires and all that, kind of just all in one little ecosystem there. And so what you're looking at there is the Scout on its own, which is the kind of the hub of the whole system.
Okay.
And yeah, just showing some different deployments there. And then there's the X form. So that actually screws onto the top of the Scout, and that's got the unit in it. And then it becomes a 4-to-1. So you can do a Ribicoff antenna, delta loop with that. It's just meant to be a user configurable piece of equipment that you can kind of just tailor it to how you like to operate.
Mike, can we mention real quick, and Jody brought this up, and I was thinking the same thing. Can we acknowledge that his website is not in traditional ham GeoCities style? 1992 did not call for the website back.
No, it did not. And
it's a very nicely designed, professionally looking designed website. Yeah. And I know about that kind of stuff, but
thanks. I'll take that compliment because I designed the website.
Really, I remember when you guys first came out, you had like, I think it was pretty the similar design. You only had like a few products back then, but even then I noticed it was well done. Like you put the same effort into it that you did with the antennas.
Yeah, thank you. You know, like my background we were talking about earlier with the video stuff, and my dad I grew up around him being a professional photographer. So he had done some design work, and I guess all that kind of stuff kind of rubbed off on me. So I have a bit of a background with that, and I enjoy it. I think the visual aesthetic is something that I really enjoy working on, and carrying that over into the products too. They're just something that I've got a passion for, and I love doing it. So I'm glad it comes across, and I actually do all of the photography too that you see on there. So I'm really kind of a one-man band, except I've got local hams that will do a lot of the assembly with me and help me keep up with all that stuff as a second side business here. So it's shout out to them for helping me, because without them it would be very difficult.
So I don't know about Jody, because I'm going to call him out here, but
Oh boy.
Jody, maybe you'll agree with me, maybe you won't. The photography side that you do as a photographer, oh boy, that is some good stuff there. You knew how, well, as you said, your dad was a photographer, so you knew all the right things to get it nailed in just right.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it.
So going through here real quick, we were talking about some of the Swiss Army knife is, I believe, what you called it. So some of the configurations, and I like this as far as the accessories and everything you need. So for a delta loop, a Rybakov, a rigid dipole, a wire dipole, a quarter wave vertical, a loaded vertical, and a ham stick dipole. Are there any other antennas on the market that are that versatile out of one?
I'm not sure. Not that I know of. But yeah, we kind of designed this to do a bunch of stuff from the very beginning. So we had this foresight to kind of plan for the future and make it do all these different things. And that was kind of, something that I felt like was going to be very unique about it. And I actually have an interesting story that goes along with the Scout. Speaking of its unique design, I sold a radio to another ham, and he'd asked me about, he was going to do POTA, and he was like, oh, what kind of antenna should I look at? Because I just got into this. And I was like, well, I might be a little biased, but I'm going to send you to my website and check those out and let me know what you think. And so he said, okay. So he went on there, and he emailed me back, and he said, hey, I'm a patent. I'm not an attorney, a patent. I can't remember what it is, but he said, do you have any products that you might want to try to apply for a patent? I think some of these are pretty unique. And at that time, the Scout was not on the market yet. So I said, well, let me show this to you, and you tell me what you think, if this is worth it or not. And so, long story short, we do have a pending patent on the Scout's design. And so that's been a pretty cool exercise to go through and figure that whole thing out.
Tim, you highlighted exactly what I was about to ask. Rory wants to know, he'd like to see a future configuration tool on the website where he can select different antennas to get a parts list, because he really likes how he can go and see what he needs to make what antenna setups.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, that chart that was on here,
it's on the website for the Scout.
Yep,
the page for the Scout.
So yeah, it's not interactive, but it would be cool to have some sort of tool that you can put things in, and it kind of gives you a menu of sorts. That would be very useful.
So he said that because DXE messed up his parts list.
Got it. Okay.
So, and then Mike, for full transparency, because I'm one of those that I like full transparency, and I've seen a couple comments in chat. I'm not going to call people out though. have any of the ham tubers, and if so, how many, have any of them gotten a free antenna for review? Tim,
We
don't
have
choke
not.
on the coffee.
Yeah, I choked on my coffee. Yeah.
We haven't given out many free ones. I think maybe people have gotten parts here and there that maybe they haven't returned yet, but I've let guys hang on to it with kind of a agreement that, you know, keep it, hang on to it, let me know what you think of it, and at some point I might ask for it back, but I'm not really in the business of giving out a lot of free stuff for reviews. I kind of like people to get them and tell me what they think, and then you know, if they want to hang on to it, I've had a couple of them buy them from me. So I try to be fair though, and I know people put a lot of effort into their YouTube channels, and I understand the effort that it takes to get some of this stuff done. So try to let people hang on to stuff and use things.
So as I said, I like the full transparency of things and whatnot. And a couple comments have said stuff. For us ham tubers, 98% of the stuff we get, it's not given to us for free. So, you know, that's a big common misconception, thanks to bigger YouTube channels like Mr. Beast, who literally pays his way to get whatever he wants and then says it's free.
And if it is something that was given for free, its value is low enough that you're really not buying any loyalty there.
Yeah.
Talk Pod,
Right.
Baofeng,
$20, you know.
yeah, $20 is $20.
I know it does come across. Mike, when I reviewed the Ranger 80 for Mike, I mean the kit came with a return label in there, so there was that, and I took it, put it through its paces and everything, gave my feedback, made a video, and then mailed it back to Mike, which I know then took it, and I'm sure you rewrapped everything so it was all nice and neat and sent it to the next person for review. So yeah, and to go along those lines, I know sometimes it does seem like we get a lot of stuff for free. The ones that people who generally get stuff for free give it away at some point or another. Case in point, Mike, Ham Radio Tube, KMRD Mike, at Huntsville gave away, I mean, he hauled probably 2,000 pounds worth of batteries and stuff that he had been sent over the last year, and gave those away as a raffle at the cookout that we did up on the mountain for the ARRL Teachers Institute. So I know a lot of that stuff. TO gives a lot of stuff away too on giveaways. Big Jim gives a lot of stuff away too that they get. So yes,
you cannot give the Baofeng back to him, Tim.
I am trying to give the Baofeng back. He just will not take it. Every time I say I have it for him, he darts off. Matter of fact, I had it with me at Huntsville, and he bailed out, or Dayton, and he bailed out early there too.
See, you can't give it back. Sorry.
But yeah, most of the stuff, and to Mike Traveling Ham's point, most of the stuff that is sent to you is these $20, $30 handheld cheap HTs that honestly, personally, I don't accept them because I don't want to make those videos.
Yeah, and I sent a bunch of stuff out to Josh with Ham Radio Crash Course, and part of the deal there was it's like, hey, I'm going to send you the stuff, review it, and then donate it to a youth group out there, and it ended up going to a scout troop. So sometimes, you know, that's a good avenue to take too.
Oh,
when they're done with it, because also a lot of the YouTube guys, they get so much stuff, it's like they don't want any more antennas. so
thank you for answering my question on that, and I'll follow up with these couple comments generalized here. 45 Auto says, K-Murder kindly gifted me the 140 amp hour battery he uses at his QTH, And then Bricker House, Atlas and Chris got the BioNL solar panel from Mike at Huntsville. Giveaways are a great tool. Absolutely. So there you go. So to the commenter, it's not all free.
So let's talk about the build quality of some of the antennas. And I actually gotta go back to the where was it? Like it was the other photo I was looking at. Oh, here we go. So you use what is it you use for the primary body? It's
commonly known as Delrin, but that's a brand name. Most of it's acetal, so it's a thermoplastic that's machinable. But I, just refer to it as Delrin because that's kind of like saying Kleenex, So.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, it's really good stuff. It machines very nicely. You can hold very tight tolerances with it, and the finish on it looks pretty nice, just straight off the machine. So we use a lot of that material. It's strong. It's UV resistant, and it's a really good material. And aluminum, stainless steel, and then one thing that I like to do with the designs is try to engineer in sealing, so it's water resistant as much as possible. And so I like to do things with O-rings and things like that are those engineered interfaces rather than trying to put some goop on it or something.
So
yeah.
So these are would you consider them more weatherproofed portable antennas, or are they okay for more of a semi-permanent type installation?
Yeah, I would say, most of our stuff is really meant for portable use, put it up, use it, take it down. But you can do a semi-permanent install with some of these, but you got to kind of do a little extra weatherproofing, like to your coax and stuff like that. And then, I don't really recommend that people leave the telescopic whips out permanently in the rain and elements because they're not watertight and you can get water down in there. And if it does rain while you're on a POTA, that's fine. Just dry out the whip when you're done. But the base itself, the Ranger, the Recon, and the Scout, and the X-Form can all be pretty much left out indefinitely. And there are quite a few people that do that. But that's not really the intention that we have going in with this stuff. It's really meant for portable use and to pack down nicely. And that's really our main thing. And it's because I just love portable operations so much. It just comes naturally to want to make those products.
Well, I think this stuff does probably lend itself to. We have a lot of people. Mike, for example, here, traveling ham. He drives around the country in an RV. It spends a week or two sometimes at the same spot that he could comfortably throw this out and leave it out, not have to tear it down each day.
Yeah,
Except,
yeah.
within that 2 week time, I'm packing in and carrying it somewhere. But and I love taking out a vertical telescopic whip in order to do stuff just like that, including on some of the tripod bases that he's got on his website as well. That's a great versatile antenna.
Yeah, thanks. I just try to put a lot of thought into how these things are going to get deployed and used, and try to make them easy to take up, take down, put up, and get on the air fast. And most of our stuff is machined here in the U.S. And everything's assembled here. But there are some items that we import from overseas, like the Scout, the parts for that come from overseas, and then we assemble that here, and the whips and things like that come from China. And so I like to be transparent about that as well. Where the stuff's coming from, and what is and what isn't made here in the United States. And that's all very important to me from an integrity standpoint, and making sure people know what they're getting. So all of our quality controls done here, and assembly and customer support as well. So
Kevin,
it's
445 has a new job for you. You should drive the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Hey, if they'd pay me for a wrap job, I'd do it.
No. You got to drive the actual one, not a wrap job.
No. If you guys missed it, this past weekend they had 6 or 8 of them out at the Indy 500 racing around the track, and the Wienermobile 500 or whatever
it was 6 of them.
6 of them, yeah. Being here in the Indianapolis area, I did not even think about turning the TV on to watch any of that stuff because, well, it's here, 1, but 2, it's usually blacked out. But apparently, because they were sold out this year at the track, they even showed it locally too. So, Dane, it looks like you popped up on camera now.
Yeah. Jump it in. Am I on the right side of the truck this time, or?
Yeah.
I don't look like I'm driving. I don't want everybody to worry about my safety.
I was reversing it in my head. I was saying, well, he's in the passenger seat. It looks like he's in the passenger seat. That means he's driving, doesn't it?
Well, so
yeah. Like I'm out here in the middle of Wyoming, so
Dane, 10 and 2. Dane, 10 and 2.
So one time when Dane joined us, it looked like he was, although he was in the passenger seat, his camera was reversed, and it looked like he was on the driver's side.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, Dane does have a driving partner with him, and so he doesn't have to worry about.
Carl, do you want to wave at the stream? Just. Yep.
All right. Everybody, clip that. We'll ID him from his fingerprints on the camera.
Frankbot's already on it.
Right, Frankbot's on it. So now, also, I'm looking at. We talked about the quality. Just the diameter of the wire that's used in that coil is pretty heavy, pretty beefy there.
Yeah, it's a 14 gauge enameled copper, and one of the things that I did with that particular coil, the Recon, and also the coils that go onto the Scout as well, they're the same pitch and diameter. And what I did was I used a coil modeling program, and I just kind of started tweaking all of the variables on that, and basically said, okay, I don't want it to get too big, but I want it to be as efficient as I can get it while keeping it, a reasonably sized package. So I spent some time in there and kind of arrived at this diameter, pitch, wire gauge, and everything like that. And so I tried to do that on those, and got a pretty decent Q out of them. And so they'll handle a good decent amount of wattage. They're both rated for 500 watt sideband and 200 digital CW. So really the limiting factor on those is just going to be the heat, that they can generate at higher wattages, and try to keep everything rated conservatively. So
yeah.
So speaking of ratings, James wants to know, why are BNC or N connectors not used more? Just following ham desires?
Yeah, that's actually a great question. And I've been really wondering why we don't use N connectors more. I guess it's an old holdover thing. Most radios are coming with the SO239s, but I would say a lot of people still use BNC. You know, N's not super popular, but what I like about N connectors is that they're water resistant without doing anything to them. And I mean, for portable gear, that would be really a good thing to use. But I think, yes, following standard conventions to make things kind of work together without people having to, you know, get a new piece of coax or a bunch of adapters and things like that. And I've had a lot of people ask me about BNC connectors and if I can add some of those to my lineup. And I think it's definitely something I'm looking into. It's a slight design change as far as the screw pattern goes on things, but definitely interested in doing that with our Scout lineup. So that may be something that's coming pretty soon in the future whenever I get enough mental bandwidth to do it.
Like that'd be something I'm extremely interested in, because I don't really get a lot of chances to be at my house to operate at my house, but like my base station, everything's is all SO239 and PL259. All of my portable stuff's all BNC. And like one of your antennas that you produce that I'm just wicked in, like would really like to get my hands on, is that Ranger. Wait, no, Recon 40. Sorry, I apologize. It just when I got to see, I think it was not this last hamcation, but the one before. I went to your booth and got to get it in my hands, and it's a stout antenna for what it is.
Yeah, I think you know, trying to take that input and incorporate that is something that we like to do. So we'll see. It's got to work out from a manufacturing standpoint and all that. So, but you know, if there's enough demand for it, we can do it. And I think actually to address some of the comments, the bolt or the screw pattern in there, you can put an N connector on these without changing the design. So that is possible.
Okay, hold on. I have to call him out because he's here in chat, so it counts. Andrew, the Broke Ham, made it, so we have Broke Portable Traveling Ham.
The Broke Portable Traveling Ham. There you go, folks.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're all named Kevin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to Dane's point, most of the antennas that I have, you know, I do almost all portable stuff is BNC, and I like that just from the size consideration. I don't know how much of a difference in weight, but generally it's smaller coax. The what is it? The RG316, which I like. I can't honestly. So I've been tinkering with some form of radio with coax since the 80s, and I've only ever seen in connectors on one antenna that I've bought. It kind of threw me off because I didn't realize it was an end connector, and I didn't when I ordered it and I got it, but and that was just a 2 meter 70 centimeter Yagi antenna that I bought to have here at the house. So I mean, I was able to get a converter, and it wasn't a big deal, but yeah, I don't know. And Chris says, BNC is so easy though, and I agree. Stab and twist is easy, but I'm also, when I go portable, I'm not wasting time. If I get my standing wave 2.0 and below, I'm happy and I move on. And I get on the air and I start making contacts. But I'm also tearing down, sometimes 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, and off to the next thing. And as a general rule of thumb, I tell people, and I think Frank, you mentioned it here one time. I cite this story a lot. You know, one of the guys that you went out with, by the time he got his frequency all dialed in, the standing wave where he was happy and he squeezed every bit of performance he could out of that antenna, somebody else was using the frequency, and then he had to move anyways. So
And not just that, I had already made the minimum 10 and then some in contact because we were in a POTA park. And I won't say who, but someone said, sounds like Mike's design philosophy would also work on a dating profile site. Reasonably sized package.
well, there we go.
Nice.
So let's I haven't mentioned it. It was on my list of questions. REZ, REZ. Where did REZ come from?
When I upgraded, so originally my first call sign was Kilo India 5 Lima Foxtrot Zulu, and I liked the Zulu, so I wanted to keep the Zulu. And so when I upgraded to my extra, I just wrote down a bunch of different call signs that I thought sounded cool, and this was one of them. So that's where it came from, and then just decided to name the antenna company after that. So,
and
I don't know.
I got to do it just for the fun of it. For those that aren't in the U.S., that's Zed.
Right.
Okay. So my thought, because you highlight the Z, and I didn't know if this was an afterthought, or Z is the electrical symbol for impedance.
Yes, that was intentional when I created the logo.
Okay.
But yeah, not intentional when I wrote the call sign down. And then I Googled the call sign after I got it, and there was actually a ham that came before me with the same call sign, and he wrote an antenna book. So it's kind of interesting, and I had no idea. And I think I might have found one out there, and I'm kicking myself for not purchasing it because that would have been pretty interesting. But so if anybody finds one, that'd be kind of cool.
Interesting. I just did a search on the Whiskey 5 REZ. It looks, I mean, everything that's in here is you.
Yeah, I know this poor guy.
We'll have to get into the deep archives. So did he get out of amateur radio then, or did he silent key, or?
Oh, silent key. It was a pretty long time ago that he held the call sign. I think he wrote the book like in the 40s or 50s. So
Amateur Tests and Measurements by Louis M. DeZetto, W5REZ paperback. It was 1969.
Okay. All right. So not as long ago as I thought, but
Well, I was
could still be around. I don't know.
That was before I was born.
And Tim, I'm sorry, if you just Google W5REZ antenna book, it's literally the very first listing on eBay.
I'm an engineer, not a librarian, so sorry.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I just drive trucks.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
I guess it's not actually antennas. It's tests and measurements.
Amateur test and measurements. Yeah.
Cool.
Looks like Lewis had a few books. There's also Electronics for the Amateur First Edition, unknown release date.
And
Kinda
Frank
cool.
says he just codes in C++.
Well, we know Tank does C++. Him and Don go back and forth about it all the time.
Sounds like he should study more.
Yeah, come on, Frank. Just learn to code.
Maybe get up to a B-.
Oh,
Oh, that's bad, Mike. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm here twice on Sunday, guys. Don't quit your day job. Oh, look at here. Chris just designed circuit boards, and Chewy here says talks about a rabbit hole. So there we go. Well, awesome. Is there anything else that you've got coming up? Maybe you could pull the curtain back a little bit, tease a little bit.
Yeah, sure. We brought a new tripod out to Hamvention that we're going to release here pretty soon. It's a small, compact carbon fiber tripod, and then we're going to have its big brother as well. And those are going to come already set up to accept the antenna bases, and it'll have some radial ports in it. But the details will be coming out pretty soon. We had a really good response at Hamvention. I was kind of testing the waters with it to see how excited people were, and I think probably 9 out of 10 people were like, well, I want that tripod with my antenna. So it's like, okay, I think we should probably do this. So we're working on getting those here, maybe hopefully by end of summer, midsummer. We'll see what happens with supply and everything, but that's going to be coming.
That was the carbon fiber.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How's the weight on that one, Mike, compared to your just the aluminum rod tripod?
I don't exactly have a number, but it's pretty close.
Okay.
Pretty comparable. The carbon fiber one may be slightly lighter, but if it is, it's not by much. But it does pack up smaller, so that's kind of the advantage.
Now, is that and I am drawing a gap. I don't remember specifically seeing it. I think you and I talked about the surveyor style tripod,
Mm-hmm.
and most of those have the larger bolt on them. So they're was it the 5/8 11?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And okay. And then most of the stuff that and antenna wise is the
3/8 24.
3/8 24. I started at 3/4. But occasionally you'll find some stuff that's in 10 millimeter too. Is that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of the stuff that's coming from the Asian market's going to be 10 millimeter. There's a lot of whips out there and stuff that are 10 millimeter, but everything we do is 3/8 24. And that seems to kind of be, most cross compatible with everything that's out there.
Yeah.
We do have the surveyor tripod adapter that's out now. So that's another option for people. Those are really great for the bigger antennas. But of course those tripods are fairly large. So it just all depends on what you're doing.
I agree. I mean, although in theory, in mind, I would like to say that I'm a soda operator and I hike up the side of the mountain. But in practice, I like most people, if I get out of the vehicle, that's a rarity. But I like to work off the tailgate of the table. So I'm not going that far. So a larger tripod like that isn't going to make or break my operation. But I do like to keep it as light as possible.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll go for that carbon fiber.
They're nice. I really like it. And it's probably going to become one of my go-tos just because of its packed size more than anything. I have a sling bag that I put my 891 in, and I can fit an entire HF station in that thing with the Scout and that little tripod and one of the compact whips. So, if you're trying to kind of keep your pack size small, that's the way to go.
Yeah,
but then
I'll
again,
say it again.
Go ahead. Sorry.
With a telescopic whip and a tripod base, you don't have to have any. And maybe you got some sandbags you can put on it, some rocks you can put on it. If you can find it there on site. So it's not gonna. You don't have to stake anything down. You don't have to guy anything down. You got a super versatile antenna system that can, you're going to be able to use absolutely anywhere.
for sure.
So you
Yeah.
hit any site for the first time, you take that rig along with you, and you know you'll have something that'll actually work. Every time I go up with a wire antenna, I end up with some place that's so densely vegetated, I'm fishing the wire between branches and things like that. And I'm just wishing I had my vertical, and that's what I end up running most of the time now.
Yeah, it's good to have options, you know. I always like, in the back of my mind, I like knowing when I show up, I can definitely put an antenna out. And that's why I kind of gravitate so much towards the tripods and things like that. Because,
Same.
you know, if you know the area and you know you can use a spike, it's a good option because it's simple, it's small. But if I'm going someplace new, I'm going to bring my tripod and, you know that I can throw that thing out and go.
I think it's definitely the most versatile when you think about some of the areas that you wind up doing POTA on whether or not it's sensitive to cultural stuff, whether it's an historic place and they don't want you poking anything in the ground, or it's some place where it's a manicured lawn and they've got sprinkler systems out there and they don't want you to do that, or you go to some place and they don't want you putting things in the tree. I mean, we're seeing that now in a lot of couple states now where they're prohibiting wires and stuff going into the trees. I think the tripod with the vertical antenna system is probably the most versatile, that no matter where you're at, it's non-destructive and there's a word for it. I can't remember what the word was. Non-obtrusive.
Right.
To it. So
Yeah, personally, I don't have any vertical antennas. All my portable antennas are all wire at the moment, which I do need to get some type of vertical going.
They're self-supporting. They're tunable. I mean, I love mine, and in solar minimum here, I haven't been going on frequencies lower than 14 megahertz. So my 17-foot whip does just about everything I need it to do. And I can just stand up and tune it wherever I need it. I don't need a mast. It's easy.
So, Mike, I do have a random question for you. Were you guys the first ones to integrate the banana plugs into your actual unit so you don't have to have a secondary piece?
I want to say yes.
Because I don't think I saw it anywhere else until you guys did it.
Yeah, I want to say that that's probably accurate, but I don't really have any sort of proof other than I've never seen it. I had never seen it done, and it just kind of popped into my mind, and I did it. And then, several others followed suit. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure at some point in time somebody else had done it before me, but at least I wasn't aware.
He left the proof in the pudding.
Well, I know, like I haven't been a ham for a super long time by any stretch, but like I know in all the antennas that I've messed with, they've always been like the thumb screw that you have to take the little thumb screw off, and you got a little piece that you're gonna end up losing in the grass somewhere, and it just, that idea, like when I saw one of your antennas and they just plug right in, there's no extra pieces or anything. It's just plug right into the unit and you're done.
So
Right.
Rory said Chameleon had an adapter piece but not built in. So yeah, I guess Mike would be the first one that's built in.
That's what I was meaning by like having a secondary piece, that something else that you could lose.
Yeah, we originally had the adapter. Well, I was calling it a puck, and that was on the Ranger. And then we decided to drop that part and just put them right in the base. And it just seemed like a better way to do it.
Yeah.
You still sell the puck, right?
Yeah, we sell them as an accessory part.
Okay.
That way, if people want to use that for something else, they can, but also as a replacement part if somebody's got the original and they lose their puck, which most people just leave them on there, but
So I know one of the things I picked up this summer was a Mercury Light amplifier, and it's got about 600 watts out sideband. So all the antennas that I have are wire antennas and more portable. And I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get another antenna. So I'm in the market, and I asked around some other people that I know that have portable amplifiers, and REZ antenna, every one of them REZ antenna. So
Yeah, the
yeah.
Recon 40 and then the even the Scout coil will handle 500 watts. The Ranger is only a 200 watt antenna, so don't put 600 watts through it. You'll melt it.
Well, no,
Because
Mike, they could put 600 watts through it just once, though.
Right. Yeah.
Is the limiting factor the wire that goes on the collar?
Yeah, it's the wire.
Conductor.
Yeah, that one's got stainless wire, so it's got a little more loss than the copper, and that's where that heat comes from. And the reason that it's stainless is because of that sliding contact. It has to have that hardness for it to work properly.
Yeah.
I have experimented with a beryllium copper wire on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've made a couple of those. And I actually run the beryllium copper wire one on my truck, and I do put 500 watts through it regularly, and it's fine. But that wire is kind of cost prohibitive in a way. So,
and I think
all the fun things are.
Yeah.
So Atlas's owner, Chris Brickerhouse, says, this sounds like there are pictures and video of you melting REZ antennas. Oh, please do share.
Yeah. I don't know if I have any pictures of that, but I have done it. That's how I know. Destructive testing.
Yeah. That's any good manufacturer is going to do destructive testing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the most fun kind of testing.
Yes.
And Jody did say that beryllium copper test is toxic. So
yeah.
Well, make sure you wear a respirator when you're doing your destructive testing.
They can.
Sorry.
And I think you and I were talking, I think it was on the Recon 40 when we were talking about the power. You said that when you were doing some of your testing, when you went over 500 watts, things got a little arky, a little sparky.
Yeah. So really the limiting factor is the switch and just the gap in the switch. Once you get to a certain level of voltage, it just jumps the gap. So the way that I tested that in practice was I've got an Alpha PA 76 amp, and I just keyed down at 500 watts, and I just sat there for a few minutes and let it kind of cook, and then just kept upping the power until all of a sudden I saw the SWR go weird, and I was like, okay, stop, go out. And sure enough, yeah, that switch was pretty much arced. And so that's where I was like, okay, well, 500 watts key down, it's fine. You get to 600, the voltage gets too high and you have problems. So then I said, okay, if it can do that, it can do 500 watts sideband. And so that's where the rating fell. And so it's underrated for what it can do on purpose.
Oh, okay. So that's not the first time, James. That's not the first time that's been brought up. Dane, do you need some WD-40, or can you tap out Morse code with that squeaky chair? Chat wants to know.
I can't help it. Okay, it's the truck that's provided by my company, and well, it's an international, and those things they're not known for their quality, I guess is the best way I can put it. But I can mute my mic so people don't have to listen to it.
Although
They were one.
You
Go
could
ahead,
tap out. You could tap out CW on. Think you could do that? Think you could call CQ from your bench chair there?
Hold on, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
This isn't gonna look good.
Nope, this probably doesn't look good, but hey, whatever. It's for the entertainment.
That's right. Well, hold on. Let me super embiggen you here. There you
All
go.
right.
We're full screen now.
So there you go, chat. It's just Dane squeaking away in his truck. Okay, that's a different kind of squeaking, Dane.
That's the if the truck is rocking thing at the truck stop.
Don't come a knocking. Don't
Yeah.
come a knocking.
We don't need any
What,
lot
stays in, what
lizards
happens
on
in the
here.
truck stays in the truck. We're not going to talk about it.
Something like that. See, guys, you don't get this kind of stuff on any of those other live streams. The Monday night or the Tuesday night or the Thursday night live streams.
Maybe the Friday night live stream, but that's a solo person.
I don't know if I want to.
I don't think I'm allowed on any of the other ones.
4 or 5. I wish I could unsee that. Jim, no, sure, yeah,
Right
right.
there with you. Right there with you.
And he needs a great job. So,
And then Cyber Jason, try a little more fiber in your diet, Dane.
Oh, I have no problems in that department, my friend.
there we go. All righty.
And I'll leave it at that.
Awesome.
Wow, this live stream has definitely taken a right turn, hasn't it?
Well, it's taking a turn. Where that went, I don't know.
Jody says, trucker chair CW. Dits and daws become squeaks and squooks.
Hey, you got to practice that code. I'll tell you what, I didn't realize that Dane last year, Dane and I rode over to Orlando, or it's not Orlando, Dayton together. And so he reaches down, he fires up the 991, plugs in a key. I brought a couple different keys with me. And I knew that he knew CW. I wasn't paying attention. I'm driving, we're talking. Next thing you know, you had knocked out like 14 contacts
Pretty quick.
pretty quick. Yeah. I mean, I was
just chasing POTA. So like I was on the POTA app and I was just going down the line of people that were on 20 meter as we were going down the road.
Yep.
Oh, that sun. But yeah, like I think overall though, I think we were on the radio for 10, 15 minutes. I think I bumped out. I chased about, I don't know, 14 to 20 people.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought you may have made a contact or two, and you're like, nope, up 14. I'm like, wow. So
yeah. Well, when you got everybody in a list right there, it's a cool frequency, real quick. Boom.
Yeah. So while we've got Mike here, any questions from the chat? Anything else that anybody has?
There's been nothing so far. As they come in, I try and hit them.
Okay.
I'll say this while we're waiting. I know Jeff and I bellied up to that counter of Mike's on the show, and I just got to say, those products, Mike, show themselves very, very well. They all look very professional. You know, when folks order REZ antenna products and you open up that box, I think you're going to be impressed. I was there at the show. I know it's something that's going to be high up on my list when I'm looking at changing equipment. You know, probably staying with the same antenna system, but you know, looking at different avenues of who I'm going to get it from. I know REZ antennas, Mike's going to be way up there. They're just
Yeah, thank you.
very impressive. All the pieces, especially that
Just the build quality alone is impressive.
right, and that the Recon 40 just looks like something right out of a sci-fi movie. I mean, it just looks real clean, very high quality, very nice construction. Just all really well done.
Thanks. I
Okay.
appreciate that. Put a lot of effort into it, so it's nice to hear that. Thank you.
So someone else is gonna have to bring this up because I don't have Discord open. I know, bad Frank bot. I know. Ronnie W4TRI left a cool link search on Discord. The second one, he says, whatever that means. So Yeah. And then not really a question for Mike, but well, okay. Didn't specify which Mike, so fair enough, Jody. Traveling Ham, were you buying a boat or was he daydreaming?
Yeah, buying a
Jody's
boat.
Jody, stop drinking so much.
Were you buying a boat, or am I? I tell you, I did own a boat once in my life, and that old adage was true. The two best days of your life are when you buy it, and when you sell it. And yeah, if I ever buy a boat again, it's going to be brand new and it's gonna run like a top. But no boats.
Well, you know, a boat stands for is bust out another 1,000.
That's right. And now I've seen things where people are trying to turn RVs into boats, and I'm like, my God, you know how many holes there are in this thing? And now we're floating them on water.
So some traveling ham tubers buying a boat. Jody, there's not a lot of those around, so pick your poison on that one.
Maybe he was watching Traveling Ham, who is a different individual. Although I don't think he's put out any videos in a while.
Oh yeah, the traveling with the G at the end, yeah,
right.
Instead of just traveling, yeah.
Maybe that's who we saw.
So I was looking at that thing that Ronnie posted. It's, I think, talking about the 991A, where I guess Yezu is discontinued it.
Oh, I got you, Tim. I got it figured out. You're gonna like this. This is Jody's thinking of Lou.
Oh yes. The Lou.
Okay, that makes
thing here. That's who he's thinking about.
Because you guys look alike.
Yeah,
that's where that's coming from.
Yeah. Gosh, man.
Now the wife and I have toyed around with that idea as a retirement idea. You know, to live on the boat full time and just cruise around the Caribbean. And
I think that makes perfect sense.
But that's a pipe dream way down the road, and it still involves boats.
You've sailed the highways of America. Now it's time to sail.
Yeah.
After the kids have flown the nest too, right?
Yeah, probably a long ways after. Yeah.
and Jody, my apologies, but yeah, you know, Mike and Lou do look a lot alike, so I get that does make sense.
We put it together at least, so there we go.
There we go.
Sorry, Tim, you were saying about the 991. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I guess Yezu has discontinued the FT991A.
There you go.
Because
speculate.
Parts
time to move on.
Component, part procurement.
Not because they're coming out with something else that would be very similar.
Right. No.
Yeah.
Just parts availability.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Mike, I like where you're going with that.
At a certain point, you know, I think it's being able to acquire those components, manufacture those boards, probably thing. So Pepe's asking. He says the discontinuation of the 991A is just a footnote. The big question is, what will be the successor?
There you go.
Oh, Ronnie says it's a PDF of the book in live stream chat. So it's a PDF of the book that the original W5REZ put out. And Dave, even after that, they might lie about it. Just saying.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, right.
I don't see that, Ronnie.
Oh, you're gonna make me get over on the iMac and.
Oh, wait a minute! I'm not even in that. Where did I? Oh, boy.
It's in live stream chat.
Oh, live stream chat. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Man.
I need to hurry up and get another couple 891s before they get rid of that.
Oh, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, gentlemen, I'm gonna say goodnight to you guys. I'm gonna skedaddle.
All right, Dane. Take care.
Later,
Take it easy,
Dane.
Dane. Be safe.
Pleasure hanging out with you guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. See you, buddy.
Hopefully the wind is better out in Wyoming tonight because it was howling yesterday and eastern Colorado and I'm sure part of Wyoming and Western Kansas.
Oh, he was bouncing around a bit there, so
Yeah,
who knows?
yeah.
I think that's just normal road bounce. But speaking of road bounce, Julie is in the chat tonight. Hey, Julie, how you doing?
Good evening, Julie.
And Levi says the FTX1 was the successor.
Levi, if the FTX1 was the successor to the 991 Alpha, all I got to say is do better. Do better.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but oh, heck, I need to get over here on this live chat thing. Hang on a second. This is Jody, the official meme master of HamTube.
That was from like 2 weeks ago. Jeez.
Gosh, I know. I don't.
Well, we were busy at Dayton
Yes.
when he did that. So
Yeah, but still, that was yeah. I mean, it also helps that he literally tagged me in it, but I didn't have it open on this computer at the time, so.
Oh boy. I guess that's a window, isn't it? There we go.
I assume Tim's pulling it up.
I am.
I would
All right,
hope
here we
so.
go.
There they go. The FTX1 design war room.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Yeah. The Judgment Hammer. There we go. Awesome sauce. Well, I don't see any additional questions in the chat. So
We'll make it easy because there's about a 10-second delay tonight. Any last questions for Mike from REZ Antennas? Drop them in chat. I will pay attention.
Yep.
It is currently 8:32 Central, so get your questions in. I'll give you the 38 past, and that's it. We'll cut them there. How's that, Tim?
All right, sounds like a plan. Well, let's go around the horn here, and while we're waiting for questions, Mike, anything coming up? Anything on social media? Anything you want to promote before we get out of here?
Oh, just take a look at the special edition Recon 40 and spread the word on that. It's for a good cause, and I'd like to see it be successful and be able to donate some good money to a great organization. So please spread the word, and that'd be really great. But that's pretty much it.
Each one of those had a different signature on it, right? So each one is unique. Because I saw Ben Franklin, George Washington.
Yeah, there's Washington, Franklin. Let's see, who else do we have?
Thomas Jefferson.
Jefferson.
James Madison.
Madison. And who's the other one?
Hamilton.
Who did I miss?
Hamilton.
Maybe. I can't believe I don't even remember this.
It's Tim
I
Davis.
gotta go to my own website.
While you look that up, a couple questions have come in.
Or like to be D's nuts.
I'm
Adams.
getting them taken care of here while
that's
we.
who I missed.
And-
Adams.
There we go.
So WM9H just retracted his message, so okay. But James asked, will CHA make REZ SWR go to infinity, or can I add parts to make a great delta loop from your parts?
Yeah, they should all be compatible as far as I know.
Okay. And then apparently WM9H didn't know about the 80 coil whoops. Okay. And then Jody said, holy crap, Lou and Mike do look a lot alike. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll have to get us side by side in Huntsville or something, I guess.
Right. And then there's Levi with that question.
That's an interesting question. I can ask them about that because they do put the kits together,
Mega
and
REZ.
I can recommend things. So that would be quite the kit.
The ultimate.
Yeah.
And Pepe says, thanks for the show and a special thanks to Mike. So we got Pepe in there, of course. And two more minutes, folks. Any last questions for Mike? Meanwhile, because I already dropped the link, Kevin, Mike, Traveling Ham, what's going on with you?
Well, we've got I'm trying to do a membership push. So the nice thing about being sick here this last week, instead of doing family stuff over the weekend for graduation, I was isolated in the in-laws RV, ironically enough, and I was able to sit in there and edit and edit and edit. And so I got a video done early and decided I would drop it as a members only video as part of my membership push. And if I can get my membership income to match that of my YouTube ad revenue, which is not high, I'm going to turn off mid-roll ads. I'm annoyed by mid-roll ads now. I hate seeing them in videos, and I would love to get them out of mine. So that's something that we're working on right now. Also, next week is the first Friday of June. You know what that means, Tim?
Digital
would be-
Revival.
Digital Mode
yeah.
Revival. So if there is anyone out there who has ever thought to themselves, I would love to activate a park sometime using one of those other digital modes, we're going to, for the second month in a row, be running JS8 Call. And this month, we did that very thing. And I did a horrible job of marketing and letting people know. I waited till like the day before, but got just tons of interest. And by the time I turned my radio on, we had the 8-ton radio go box in a park on Friday evening this month. By the time I got it turned on and could see the feed for the incoming signals, there was already 5 or 6 people in there talking to each other, making contacts. I myself made 20 contacts inside the park using JS8 Call. So, if that's any indicator, we have created enough interest, at least, in this one time slot, that you can get out there, get into a park, and activate using JS8 Call. And I hope to be able to branch out from there in the future and include RIDI, which we've done in the past, and PSK and some other stuff. But right now, I'm just wanting to ride some success, and last month was certainly that. So I'm hoping we can grow that a little bit. And of course, the overall goal then is to be, to grow that mode to the point where we can activate during the week, at any time of the day. And there's enough people that have their systems set up, they're practiced, they're ready to go. Maybe they've got their ham alert set for, to be notified anytime there's a POTA in the US running JS8 Call, they get notified, and we get to where we can use modes like that on a regular basis. Digital modes other than those that start with F and T. And
Andrew Brockham said, let's do Feldheld best digital mode. So you got that one going for you.
Tried, Andrew, and I almost spoke to one person. That was something we did one of the previous months. And the overall goal is to be able to build those as well. We just got to start where we're more successful at this point and grow from there. And I think we'll, if we are successful, we can get to the point where maybe you can make some contacts on Feldheld, because there's enough people that are into these other digital modes that you can make that happen.
And I will say
indirectly, I think we can get there.
I think Hellschreiber becomes very popular one time a year when there's that big contest that goes on
right around Halloween.
Yes. And it's interesting. A lot of people, especially if we are a little bit older, if you grew up in the dot matrix printer days, the logic behind the dot matrix printer is Hellschreiber.
Yeah. And James KY4TRK, thanks for the super sticker of a black cat. I love it. And I just dropped your link again, Mike. Everybody should go subscribe to Mike. He and I are in a little
Please.
friendly battle.
He's beat
Right,
me by like 30 subs. Come on, guys.
And
Right,
what if
right.
everybody could do it, and I don't normally wish this, but if you could unsubscribe from Frank and subscribe to Mike just to get that number above Frank.
Or my channel.
Yes.
channel.
I would
And
love,
Jeff's
I need the
channel,
love.
yeah.
I need the love.
yeah, keep the rivalry going.
right. Speaking of Jeff, what's going on with you?
That's what's going on with me. I'm
Did it-
feeling like
Great.
44.3%. I've been sick since last week. Trying to get some stuff done, videos. I got a lot of videos to edit. I have one that I need to film and push out real quickly due to an obligation. But hopefully this weekend will be good and I'll have some time to do it. So it just needs time and weather. It's been raining for the past few days here, and I've been working, so I don't go out when I work. So yeah, hopefully I'll have a video next week, from March actually. But I'm getting those done. Yeah, that's about it. So subscribe to my channel, get on the mailing list. I'm starting to send emails out almost every week right now. So you're missing out if you haven't subscribed. And thank you to the 13 people that have. And you can find that on my website, k3grz.com. Yep.
All right, Tim, what about you?
No, Frank, what about you?
Yeah, what about you, Frank?
Really, we're gonna do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Interstellar, you can't unsubscribe. I came back on screen. I just usual stuff going on for me. I do have a second mystery channel. If you caught it where it was and who it was, you'll find it very quickly. It has 7 subs right now. So, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it. So we're going to have fun with it, and we'll see what happens.
I mean, we're still trying to figure out what you're doing with your main channel, Frank.
Ham Radio, all things fun.
Okay.
Literally all things fun. And Jody knows what channel it is, so he can't talk about it. Jody signed an NDA not to talk about it. And yes, the Frank Parisian has rematerialized. I've been here the whole time, just shrunk down. Anyway,
So
live
there's a
streams-
thing called interpolation in video, where it makes up pixels that aren't there based on the pixels around it. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how you could type Frankopolation.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
along those lines. Yeah.
something. I mean, Frankbot's Frankbot, right?
Yeah.
Thursdays.
Jody says his lips are sealed, but if you go down to the Buc-ee's bathroom and take a look on the stall wall, you'll find it.
James, I was never hidden. I was here the whole time because watch, I was literally here the whole time. Oh,
There we go. Problem solved.
There we go.
oh boy. So Thursdays at 9 Central, I have Frank something else. You never know what I'm gonna come up with. And then Fridays at 7 Central, it's Frank something else, or Frank Fridays with Frank. Frank something else is Thursday. Fridays with Frank is Friday. And no, I am not doing a repeat of last week. So if you missed last week, go team replay it and enjoy the content, please. All right, Tim, you. What's up with you?
Oh golly. Well, I'm going to be flying out Saturday morning, so I will be hitting the parks with Rory. Now I'm not sure. He's got since he's familiar with the area, kind of plan the trip and figure it out. We'll be figuring out how to dodge the heat and stuff. Although I was looking at the weather, and it doesn't look like it's going to be much more than the mid 80s, at least on Saturday. So shouldn't be too bad. I am taking
Lucky
the
this time of year.
KX2. Yeah. Well, the following week is going to be in the hundreds. So,
Yeah.
which I'll be indoors at a conference, so it's not going to be. But
It
again,
is
I'll be inhaling the recycled air, so it'll be dry, and I'm sure I'll be sounding like Jeff by the end of the week. But
It is definitely a lot cooler right now than it has been, so that's a good thing for now.
So I will probably not be doing the Sunday morning from the park live stream, only because it's 3 hours earlier than what it is here on the East Coast. But keep an eye out on Ham Alert. I'll probably live stream if we're somewhere where there's good self service, so we can get out and get some of that on the air. That's probably the big one. We will be doing a kids table probably Wednesday night. I'll just do it from the hotel. I'll have my live streaming stuff with me, so we can do that on the go. And of course, I'll have to have the red and pink dinosaur headphones with me. Those work best, right, Mike?
I think I still have those.
My son was I screen capped a picture of you and Jeff with those headphones on, and I sent it to my wife, and my 8-year-old was dying laughing when he saw that. And I said, I told him, I said, I pulled these things out, and Jeff kind of pushed back a little bit. He's like, I ain't wearing nothing like that. And Mike just grabbed it. I'm like, who's got young kids? So
What's your 8-year-old's name, Tim?
Porter.
I'm here for you, Porter.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Mike just jumped on. Then Jeff's reluctantly, he's like, okay, I guess if Mike's going to do it, I'll do it.
I took the pink ones, so.
Yeah, you get the pink ones. I'm not a pink person.
Oh, they're mostly red. They're just some pink highlights.
Jeff, your whole background is a shade of pink.
It's purple.
A shade of pink.
Shut your face, Frank.
A shade of pink.
No, it's purple. Get it right. Crying out loud.
But
purple is pink and blue mix. So yeah, it's a shade of pink.
It's red and blue. God dang it, Frank. Why wouldn't you learn this stuff? It's simple color theory.
James has it. It's not pink. It's salmon. Exactly, James.
Purple.
Right.
Thank you.
So oddly enough, looking at colors, this is orange. Do you guys, does that look orange?
Yeah.
Kind of with a different kind of like tint to it. That's blue.
Yeah,
But
that's blue.
it's actually purple.
Well, you got the blue lights in there, so it kind of makes it look blue.
Yeah. It was always weird. So I got a couple of these covers, these slip-on covers for the roads. Microphone to pod mic, but like Jeff, I've been really kind of developing and pushing out my website. I do have a mailing list also. So go there to look for discounts. I do have one. I secured an exclusive one that's in there. So if you sign up for the mailing list, you will find that out. It's the biggest discount this particular ham radio store is given away, and nobody else. It's exclusive to members of the Gray Man POTA list. So go sign up for that. graymanpota.com, and then you'll see the sign up there if you're not already on the list. But that's about it for me. So any last minute questions that came in?
Nothing. Not a darn thing.
All right. Well, let's
Snooze, you lose.
I guess put a pin in this thing and
Mm-hmm.
call it a live stream. Mike, thank you.
James wants to know what store that would be, Tim.
You have to sign.
Well, okay. I that would be Quirky QRP. And Quirky QRP has all the finest and coolest POTA gear stuff,
Including Izzo's brown socks.
Yes. So get signed up for the mailing list. You will get access to that special discount code. And I do thank James for his support. He is by far, I think, as far as the retailers out there in the amateur radio space. Not only is he an amateur radio operator, but I think he's probably the most supportive of all of the channels and everything. Speaking of other channels, Thursday night, I think we'll have a more premieres. Freddie Mac, I believe, has one.
And Mike N2 MAK.
2K has one, and then there'll be the Coffee and Ham Radios and Ham Shack TV at 8 p.m. Friday night. Fridays with Frank and Rob, Digital Ranchers, will have his late shift on. Saturday night is Josh with Ham Radio Crash Course, and then Sunday, Frank usually has a live stream on right before Jason Ham Radio 2.0 does his Sunday night stream, and followed up by Prep Ham Paul at 9:30, 8:30 Texas time.
I do believe this Sunday is Frank's Sunday off because he was live last Sunday.
Okay.
Oh, and James, you can
get subscribed to all those channels and hit that notification bell, and when they go live, you will be notified.
And James, you can only discontinue the socks if you bring back the banana shirt. You know the deal. You got to bring back. It's one or the other. Oh, and yes, Tim. EOD Kaboom, Rockets and Radios before Fridays with Frank. I almost forgot about him. So,
I am so sorry, Tim. I do apologize.
Let's see. I do believe I have his.
Not a very Tim-like of me, is it?
Yeah, not very Tim-like of Gray Man, and not at all. I have to manually do this. I can't believe I don't have Tim's link in my thing.
Oh my gosh. So
there we go. Copy, paste. Boom. There we go. Go subscribe to Tim at Rockets and Radios as well.
Tim does a lot of satellite stuff too. So, and I know he was on with Rob last week briefly. They're I don't know, scheming to do something with a satellite, which sounded fun. But all right, guys, let's get out of here. Call it a night. Everybody, thank you for stopping by. Mike, thank you for coming on and letting
Thanks
us
for having me.
more about REZ. And everybody have a great week. We will catch you later. 73.
23.